Hello everybody, my name is STARSCREAM, and today we're going to be taking a step back into sort of early Legacy before we step into some of the stuff for Power of the Primes, for Studio Series, and whatever else. But here we have ARMADA STARSCREAM, and I kind of have some up and downs about this figure, and see, the thing is, I really love this figure, but it's to a sadly extent because over the years, obviously, this is obvious with a lot of figures, their pins and joints become loose, but taking a look at STARSCREAM here, he's gotten real loose in his legs, his arms have gotten loose, and I fear that the neck joint, you can kind of see there, that there's a little line below that ball joint, it's right about there, that is starting to crack. And even trying to stand him up on this table here, his joints have not really held up too well, except for the leg joints, of course, because, you know, the figure wants to work when it's on camera, but whenever it's not, it just wants to crumble into multiple pieces like it's just old bread. But let's dive right into this review. See, I wasn't the type of person that really got into ARMADA, but all I really know about STARSCREAM here was he was still the second in command to Megatron, and I didn't really watch the show. I was more of a Beast Wars fan, and G1, and Transformers Prime, and Cybertron, everything else, but not really ARMADA. And also don't forget Transformers Animated, it's really cool, recommend it. But all that I know about is some of his accessories. This one, it's pretty much if you just take the wing, and that's how it kind of basically went in the show. And I believe this is called the Star Saver, I think? Or Power Sword? I'm pretty sure some of the people that watch this know about ARMADA are probably yelling at me. Yeah, I don't really know too much about ARMADA, if I didn't make that clear earlier. But, yeah, he only comes with 2 accessories. Thankfully, you know, in his articulation, though, if you want to use the joint, it's more for transformation, but he has a moving wrist. Sadly, no hand swivel. That would have been kind of the icing on cake, but, you know how some people are whenever they make Transformers. They always want to limit their articulation and then blame it on the transformation when it has simply nothing to do with it. But that's, you know, just my thoughts on that. But let's dive in right into his articulation. So, for STARSCREAM's articulation here, you can rotate these wings all the way around. Well, not a full 360 because the arms get in the way. The arms can kick out about that far. He does have a upper bicep joint. He does have double elbow, so he does get more than 90 degrees of bend. He does not have any wrist swivel. So I guess you can kind of use the bicep swivel for an absence of that. His hand can tilt down. He does have a waist joint, but you do kind of have to move the cockpit out of the way. Funny meme. I don't know. He does have a waist joint. His legs can kick up pretty far. They can kick out about that far back. Does have thigh swivel. Over 90 degrees of bend of the knee. He can move his foot back, but no upward. And he does have a very, very pivotal ankle pivot, but it's still there. He does have a ball jointed head as well, but due to mine having a very fragile ball joint and it's starting to crack, I don't really see myself putting this guy into too many poses, though you can kind of already tell that I kind of lied about that. I have put this man in multiple poses throughout this video. I'm even doing it right now. But I guess we can just go ahead and move on to size comparisons. So for size comparison, here we have his fellow G1 counterpart, STARSCREAM. Here we have Bumblebee movie Skywarp. Sorry for the camera change, but here we have Legacy Tarn, aka, you know, the GOAT of all Legacy figures, and I'm just now realizing his chest isn't tabbed in properly. Oh no. Here we have Legacy United Farak, and also for Tarn, he was Legacy United because he was the reissue. I dived more into it for his review. And here we have one of my favorite triple changers. Not saying he's my top one, but here we have Legacy Blitzwing. He's a chunky boy. I'm not saying STARSCREAM here is my absolute top favorite for Armada, because I know they released the Megatron, the new, or not really new, but Galvatron, the Optimus Prime, and there was also a couple other ones, I think, like Hotshot and Bumblebee? No, wait. But yeah, I just haven't really dived too far into Armada, and STARSCREAM kind of, he was the start, like the very, very early start of my collection. And he was good for a while until I got into his transformation, and his transformation really just turned off the figure for me. But hey, a little fun feature that I haven't even shown yet. Flip out cannons. I guess you can call this another accessory too, because they're actually pretty badass. I really do like this feature of the figure, the barrels. You can, do all that for, reference to old toy that I don't know of, but hey, at least he's got, something going for him. They don't detach, but I normally just leave them back like that. But you can always, just flip them up, flip that back part down. You can just have them out like that. But to make it just a little bit more cleaner, I just have it all fold to the back. But enough, trying to make this video more than 5 minutes to 7 minutes long and make it at least maybe 10. I don't know. Let's go ahead and drive right down to transformation. Oh my gosh. So diving right into his transformation, you want to take his hands. You want to flip out that tab. You want to move the fist in. You want to rotate it. And also, apologies for the background music. My father is watching a movie. You want to grab the backpack and you just leave it out like that. Take the legs, fold in the heel, and that can rotate for articulation as well, if I didn't already say so, but I probably didn't because I forgot. You do want to get these back panels on the back of the legs, but I just take, specifically this sword, just want to pry it open for both. The weird thing is these are symmetrical, but how they do it is completely not symmetrical at all. But continuing transformation here, you just want to flip those out, and you want to flip the cockpit all the way forward, so it's kind of just all flipped out of here. Next, you want to take the wings, you want to kind of line them up with the shoulders. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned, but this guy has a lot of paint on him, and sadly, a lot of the paint on mine is kind of scuffed, and it looks really damn ugly. But you kind of want to just push the head in if it doesn't do it already. You have to move the waist back, and it just kind of falls in there. Next, you want to just kick the arm out. I'm trying to get this on camera, and also he's got very loose legs. You want to rotate this up, but there is a slider joint in there where you just want to slide the forearm. Actually, no. You do have to leave it out because you had to slide that in for robot mode, but I normally just leave it out because it makes me feel like he has like more of a more wide proportional body. But you can do that as well if you want. You just want to use that double hinge at the elbow. Make sure it tabs in. Just to give you a closer look. The tab should go in right there where that gray part is. If not, you can always yell at me in the comments like, oh, it's supposed to go there, you're wrong. Bad review. Nah, 0 out of 10. Next, you want to just grab the legs, fold in the feet. And next, this is supposed to be this way. I keep forgetting the orientation for these. And you just kind of want to collapse the thigh into the calf, and the feet are supposed to go in these slots here. But whenever I do the other leg, it just simply does not want to, it does not want to go into that slot, which, this clearly aggravates me. And I know you're supposed to be gentle with these kinds of figures that, have all these loose joints, but I'm having to, untransform parts, and especially this foot does not like to stay. So this stupid figure, there we go. go, come on. And then you just want to rotate these two back to kind of tab them in together down the middle. And this red piece is kind of supposed to slot in a way, but not really, so it's not the most secure tab. Doesn't really like to secure. Oh, and yeah, this, yeah, you can forget trying to make sure that that tabs in, because it's always just going to pop right out. This figure's not that strong, but it's trying its best at the least. But there is his alt mode, and I have to move the camera down. His alt mode's pretty cool actually, but the way to get here is just pain. And again, background music. I'm sorry, I can't really fix that. But I mean, his alt mode, it's cool, but it's just the process of getting here. And I know, oh yeah, it's a simple transformer. You're complaining about a transformation. But it's just, like, the way of getting here, though, and the loose joints just do not... It just doesn't do it for me. I already know, like, I went through the whole review of RC. She is one of my most hated figures, and I'm not saying that STARSCREAM here is a close second to that. He's a really good posable figure. It's just I wish the joints were sturdier, and I know over time they don't really live up to that. It's just, I kind of wish that they... just found a way to make, you know, the joints last longer, but kind of keeping it under, what is he, like a deluxe Voyager? I forget at this point, because he's kind of old. Not, like, too old, it's just he's an old figure that I own. I didn't really pay much attention, because I was going to review him a very long time ago, and I know I'm supposed to be doing the 100 subscriber special, and I know the channel's over 1 year. It's just... time isn't really my thing here, and trying to get this review for STARSCREAM here, it's sad, because he was actually one of the coolest figures that I had at the time, and now that spot's kind of been replaced by except for, you know, stupid loose arm, but, you know, frick you. But I like his alt mode. It's cool. It's just robot mode is my preferred, way much preferred. Process be like, you know, to getting to each isn't fun. But if you're an Armada fan, I would recommend getting STARSCREAM here. It's just something that's hard to recommend for me. I know there's a lot of people that absolutely love this character, and they might be all here for it, including the parts that I was complaining about. I'm not saying that they're wrong, it's just my opinion. But yes, there isn't going to be a vehicle mode, size comparison. I haven't gotten too much time to be making reviews, but tomorrow there will be a short, so stay tuned for that. Check out the Discord server, and just watch any other reviews, you know, that I've made. AKA, you know, my last one, which was Tarn. So go check all that out. This has been Optimus Prime, and this has been my review for STARSCREAM, and I'll catch y'all in my next review. Peace out.